should there be any uh, mishaps or things going on. Then we'll talk quickly about specialty consultants, especially with what's going on in the area right now with so many people looking to buy places that you can put additional units in, either inside or outside of the house. An arborist can be one that you want to have. They map and classify the trees. There's a difference between an arborist and a tree cutter. Some arborists also cut trees, but not all tree cutters are arborists. So you need a certified arborist to go out and look at the property. The architects might be able to give you some basic info, like I can give you basic info because I know a little bit about this from having some expertise in the space. Seattle just redid their tree code specifically. They have 4 different classifications of trees based on size and species. It's a little bit of a nightmare if you're trying to add some extra units in the backyard and a neighbor's tree is hanging over. You want an arborist because it can impact where you can build, how much you can build, how many trees you have to replant. You really want to understand that. You also might want to have a surveyor if there's a fence line that seems funny or something that's weird. If you need to locate some easements, if you're looking at doing a dadu and an extra unit in the yard, you're going to want to get the property line located, get the trees mapped on the property line, see really where everything is. The architect who's going to do the building plans, they can do what's called as-built, create the existing floor plans so they can map stuff out and see where you can move walls around. I have some technology that we're testing out right now where we'll be able to get those created in-house, which I'm excited about, but it's not ready yet. We're still trying to see if it's going to work how we want it to work. And the architect will also manage permits. Again, you're paying them money to do stuff that they're an expert at instead of you trying to do your own. I think there can be good value in that. The engineer, a typical engineer, handles the stuff inside of the house, the structural work. The architect designs the building. The engineer makes sure it'll stand up. You might also need a civil engineer, which is rare, but can happen in Seattle with all the slopes and the surrounding areas with all the slopes, the stormwater stuff, things like that. You might need a couple engineers and a geotech to do like soil tests, especially if there's a slope on the site or things like that. If it's downhill from a gas station, you might need some additional environmental engineers to make sure that the soil is not contaminated. Hazardous materials, asbestos abatement, testing and mediation. Maybe you got a stream somewhere close by, you need a wetlands guy. There's a whole ton of people that you may need on these projects. So you want to be aware, and that's where having, again, like a good agent and a good team on your side. Doesn't have to be us. These are things that you want to think about when you're looking at what do you want to do with the property? What does it need right now? They should be able to connect you to a bunch of reliable professionals who can take good care of you. So you want to understand, how do you get access to those resources and how do you want to spend your time? Do you want to be finding all of them, or do you want to get a list of 1, 2, 3 for you to be able to call and interview, see who you're really vibing with, check some pricing, make the decision on where you're moving forward?